and welcome to the landmark 10th Beers Forevermark Forum. Thank you all for taking the time to join us today. Our annual forum celebrates the unique journey of each diamond and is an event very close to our hearts as it brings together all of you, our partners, to collaborate and transact over the next few days. We truly value your presence, and I'm sure that this time together will be extremely enriching. Before we begin, I would like to take you through a few initiatives we have taken to ensure your safety during your time here. As you entered the event today, you passed through the Predit Medics Safe Entry Station. This is an AI-powered tool that determines if people are carrying any symptoms of infectious disease. There are sanitizer stations placed at regular intervals across the venue. We would please request everyone to keep their masks on at all times. At the entrance, we have provided red and green mask lanyards. You can select your choice of color based on the level of interaction that you are comfortable with. Red signifies keep distance, while green denotes limited interaction. Please note that we also have an ambulance on standby if anyone is feeling unwell, and a first aid kit at the concierge. In case of an emergency, there are 5 fire exits across this room. The green illuminated fire exit signages will guide you to the fire exit doors. If you need any further assistance, our team is on ground to help you at all times. We are making the Beers Forevermark Forum a low-waste event and minimizing the amount of waste we send to the landfills. And we need your help to make this a success. Moving on, our theme for the forum this year is Make Life Brilliant. To us, brilliance is thought of in a more meaningful way for the people and places involved in a diamond's journey. Living life to one's fullest potential, thriving in a world that is fairer, safer, and more transparent makes for a brilliant life. But to see this brilliance in our future, we must take action in our present. Today, we will cover this theme in detail, working side by side to build a new, brilliant world. I now welcome Mr. Sachin Jain, Managing Director, De Beers India, to take you through what we have in store for you this year. Please put your hands together.
Thank you, Kainaz. It's a pleasure for you to be here. Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride that I welcome each and every member of this august gathering to the 10th annual De Beers Forevermark Forum in Mumbai. This is our home, and I warmly welcome you to Mumbai, which is the nerve center of the global diamond business. I thank you all for gracing this platform. We all at De Beers highly value your presence, and your commitment means a lot to us. And whilst you pledge your time to be here, I encourage you all to absorb as much from this platform. We took feedback from all of you, and the unanimous input was that let's get together physically. So here we are. This is an important time for the industry to get together, to collaborate, to inspire, and unveil the future, which is widely unknown, but a big, big possibility. Look at the merits of technology. This platform is getting relayed, and we have participants from all over the world who've joined us. I warmly welcome all my friends, everybody who's joined us from different parts of India, from Bombay, and people who've digitally joined us from pretty much everywhere in the world. Who would have thought that during this global crisis that we all have witnessed, we will learn the most valuable lessons that our intensely challenging diamonds have taught us and have undertaken billions of years to do so. The last year has thrown at us several challenges, both at a personal as well as a professional level, that have led us to dig deep into the internal reserves of patience, resilience, hope, unwavering faith, and optimism. The lessons we've learned, the pressures we've had to deal with, and the time it has taken us has today got us to the point of having the power to create truly something spectacular for our future generations. As a business, we've been very lucky to be a part of this glorious industry that has not been as severely impacted as a lot of others have been. We all have learned to adapt, be resilient, and be nimble. A lot of this comeback, my friends, has happened because of what diamonds are. Diamonds hold meaning. Diamond holds love. They hold emotions and value in the minds and the hearts of our consumers. And we as diamond people have been lucky to represent these miracles of Mother Nature. We've been able to feel the pulse of the new post-COVID consumer. The business results of 2021 are very encouraging, both globally as well as in India. 2021 lockdown has been much different than what we experienced last year in 2020. This year, there was much clarity in all our minds that this phase is temporary, and we all have witnessed 2021 to be a strong year in the business. And this all is happening at a time when not every industry has been able to come out of this pandemic impact. You know, my heart swells with pride to be a part of this business. How in these trying times we all did our best. I'm proud to be part of De Beers, where we did our best. We did a lot of contributions to associations and organizations, and not just financial contributions, but whichever way help could be provided. The diamond industry came forward to help. The work that's done by GJEPC, GJC, GJNRC, the Bharat Diamond Bourse, just to name a few. It's extremely important that we understand and always keep in mind as to what business we do and what these rare miracles of Mother Nature mean. In the history of diamond mining and exploration, over 7,000 kimberlites have been discovered. Kimberlites, my friend, is the host rock in which diamonds are found. But of these 7,000 kimberlites, only 1,000 contain any diamond at all. And of these 1,000, only 60, and that's less than 1%, have ever found contain diamonds enough of volume or good quality that can be economically extractable. And from those, only 7, that's less than 1%, of the number of kimberlites ever found have essentially yielded pretty much all the diamonds that we see in the world today. And 4 of these have come to you by the De Beers Group. And to put all of this in even more perspective, if you were to put every single diamond ever mined in the history of humanity, all of them will fit into a one double-decker bus of Mumbai City with a lot of room to spare. And finding the most exquisite, the most valuable, and the most emotional diamonds is even more difficult. Just to again give you a perspective, at De Beers, we mine about 30 to 35 million carats of diamonds every year, and of those, only 7,000, my friends, only 7,000 diamonds turn into 1 carat top quality polished. That's how hard it is to find diamonds, and that's how hard it is to find an absolute exquisite diamond. Diamonds spark emotions in the minds and the hearts of our consumers. And I urge that all of us have to feel joyful and proud of what we enable. You know, we enable that smile. We enable that heart-touching feeling. And through you, right now at your store, someone is experiencing the most memorable occasion of their lifetime. And this draws me to the theme of this year's forum, which is Make Life Brilliant. What does this mean? And what do these words hold between themselves? At De Beers, we share this as a purpose. Consumers are becoming highly brand-driven and seek purpose-driven brands. They relate to brands aligned with their social values, and hence, social purpose, my friends, is the new status symbol. At De Beers, we believe to make life brilliant, we must spark fresh thinking, where we proactively discover and realize new ideas for innovation. Secondly, we engage diverse views, where we purposefully seek to include your perspectives in problem solving and collaboration. Thirdly, we all have to take bold action. We must have the courage to act now, take calculated risks, we test, learn, grow wherever possible. And lastly, and the most importantly, we succeed together. We trust and work together to deliver groundbreaking results. We empower others to act decisively and passionately. And most importantly, the knowledge sharing has to be absolutely free and moving on. We ran a global research, and our country has the potential to fuel and impact the global diamond industry. And if we tap into this opportunity well, correctly, in collaboration, with transparency, keeping our consumer at the forefront, there is a potential to grow the natural diamond business from the current level of about $5.5 to $6 billion to almost $17 billion in the next 9 years. But the important one is the opportunity from now to then. And that's a whooping $75 billion opportunity, almost 5 lakh crore. And we all need to really think about it in an important way. I would like to talk about this in the coming slides, but this comes with a responsibility. This comes with risk, and it has to be harnessed strong. My friends, this is our once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And this, we can impact our business, we can impact the future of our businesses. And I just want to be 100% clear in this room that the growth that we are envisaging is about natural diamonds, the ones that hold value, the ones that hold meaning in the lives of the consumers. India is an integral part of our growth strategy and essential to the diamond business. India currently accounts for about 7% of the global diamond business, and we are number 3 in terms of ranking of how we consume diamonds. The millennial generation is a large cohort due to reach the most affluent life stage. In about 10 years, millennials will approach 1 billion people, and of them, about 220 million people have a large capacity to buy diamond and diamond jewelry. Please use Make Life Brilliant not just as a theme of our forum, but a truly working way to make this potential, this possibility, an absolute reality. For us at De Beers, India is at the forefront of our plans. We are most positive about the natural diamond business, and 2021 being an important starting point of this phase. We are taking some strong steps to harness this opportunity. Firstly, we are changing the name of Forevermark to De Beers Forevermark. This is a fundamental change, and all our partners will be able to use De Beers for branding, for marketing, for stuff on the floor. De Beers means a lot in the minds and the hearts of the consumers, and we are certain this impact will be positive. Secondly, we are launching a project called Code of Origin as a global project, where we give traceability and journey to every single diamond that we mine in any of the De Beers mines. In India, we have launched this pilot with jewelry certification covering diamonds 8 points and below. This is completely recrafting the backend, and this is future shaping, and the heart of it sits collaboration. Thirdly, we have launched our Building Forever goals and our targets for 2030. These are in 4 broad areas, right from nature to community to ethical business practices and gender parity. These are displayed at the back, and I would urge all of you to please have a look at it. And as a De Beers partner, you take complete advantage of what diamonds do good on. De Beers becoming a 100% carbon neutral company by 2030 is amongst the big commitments that we're making. We also have got into an association with National Geographic, which actually we're launching tomorrow at JCK Fair. It's a very interesting association where all our partners will be able to use assets and that collaboration on floor. Something very fresh, something that we never tried before, but National Geographic coming into your stores. And lastly, underpinning all of this is our biggest master brand campaign that kicks off globally in November. The objective being to make De Beers, our collaborations, the meaningfulness of what diamonds are, almost famous but important to today's consumer's life. The core task of this campaign is to connect diamonds of this modern age consumer and sink into the lives that they're living today. Hira hai sada ke liye, a diamond is forever, is not just a tagline for us at De Beers. It holds a fundamental truth that diamonds have been around forever and ever, and they represent timelessness and long-term relationships. For us, the product is an eternal product, lasting forever. Diamonds are given and received at life's greatest moments: a birth of a child, an engagement, a wedding, a celebration of a partnership, a celebration of something truly special. And that, for us, is the essence of why a diamond is forever. De Beers, my friends, is a catalyst to your business growth. And today, we are focused to making life brilliant with all of you at the center stage. Our key objective is to grow the diamond business and shape this new reality with collaboration and you all in the center stage. Now, I'd like to deep dive into an action-packed last year that we all witnessed together. achieve together. And I feel so proud representing the entire De Beers team to see and witness all that we created. Mr. Stephen Lucier is our chairman for Forevermark. He's the executive vice president of the De Beers Group. He's also a board member of the De Beers Group. A lot of you have personally met him, but he's the one who's led Forevermark to be a fastest growing phenomena in the global diamond business. He's also been the architect of the future of how De Beers will interact with brands, with consumers, and with all the collaborations. Of course, today he's joining us digitally, and gives me great pleasure to invite Stephen on the stage.
Hello. I'm pleased to have this opportunity to speak to you today. Well, to be completely honest, I would rather be with you in person, but I'm afraid we are still in COVID lockdown here in London, so the best I can do is to speak to you virtually from De Beers global headquarters here in London. The experience of COVID and the lockdowns that have resulted has reminded consumers of the things that are truly important in life: their health, their family, their loved ones. And as a result, has raised the importance of what we call meaningfulness when it comes to gift giving, all of which have helped underpin a strong global recovery in diamond jewelry sales toward the end of last year and into 2021. But it's also impacted on consumers' attitudes toward what they expect from companies and the brands they acquire. It has accelerated the trend that I spoke about last year, the growing importance of social purpose and the positive contributions brands need to make in addressing the challenges the world faces, be they climate change, diversity and inequality, or just simply doing the right thing by our employees and their communities during this pandemic. This accelerating shift in consumer attitudes is part of what drives the De Beers Group to refocus its brands around the name De Beers and what De Beers can and will stand for, and why we are so convinced that repositioning Forevermark to become clearly linked to De Beers in the minds of consumers will best position Forevermark for success in the years to come. So, what is it we are seeking to achieve with this step in the Forevermark evolution? Well, there are multiple drivers, but let me just focus on what I think are the three most important ones today. Firstly, we need consumers to see Forevermark as a purpose-led brand. And that purpose comes through Forevermark's direct link with De Beers and the De Beers Building Forever program. Now, the Building Forever program has in it 12 ambitious and very clear goals, all to be achieved by 2030. You can find these detailed in the De Beers Group website, but just to touch on a few. For example, our commitment to achieving carbon neutrality across all our operations, from the mine all the way to the consumer, by 2030. Something our research has demonstrated will directly create preference and added value amongst our younger and future consumers. Our commitment to protecting the natural world through our conservation programs, particularly in Southern Africa. Our commitment to standing with women and girls and creating equality of opportunity across our operations and our communities. And our commitment to achieving transparency of sourcing and the positive impact in the communities from where our diamonds are born. And this last point is really essential to creating the consumer value from the achievement of all our other Building Forever commitments. Now, De Beers is committed to achieving these 2030 goals, and we want De Beers Forevermark to be seen front and center as a De Beers jewelry house that stands proudly for these principles and commitments. Secondly, we want Forevermark to benefit from the core DNA of the De Beers Group. These are the things which make De Beers different from any other company or brand in our industry today. We are the first name in diamonds and have been since our foundation in 1888. We have seen and touched more diamonds than anyone else. And this passion and this expertise in diamonds we want to put fully into the selection of diamonds for their true beauty, for our jewelry houses, including Forevermark. We also like to say we have our hands in the land. Unlike virtually any other diamond brand, we are there at the beginning, connected directly with the natural world, discovering diamonds at source in some of the most remote parts of the world and bringing them to consumers around the world. Truly source to finger. It's unique to De Beers and inherently part of our DNA, which directly supports Forevermark's consumer proposition. And we truly are diamond experts, and that means combining science and art into the selection of the most beautiful diamonds in the world for Forevermark. While we need to harness the power of technology, and De Beers certainly maximizes this, from our synthetic detection equipment to our color grading tools to our inscription technology, all of which we developed in-house at De Beers in Maidenhead, but it's not enough. Selecting truly beautiful diamonds for Forevermark also requires the experienced eye of a master diamantaire with years of experience looking at many hundreds of thousands of diamonds. It puts us in a unique position to do just this at our De Beers Diamond Institute, and we want to put it to work for you, our Forevermark partners. And of course, a diamond is forever. A diamond is forever, it's so much more than a tagline. It's in our DNA. It inspires our entire Building Forever purpose and the impact we want our diamonds to have across the value chain. And it's about being passionate and committed to protecting and enforcing the emotional and symbolic meaning of diamonds. It's about being the storyteller of the history, the myths, the magic of diamonds, and what they have meant to people through the ages. It's about putting forever into diamonds. Now, our evolution of Forevermark into De Beers Forevermark will put the full DNA of the De Beers firmly and strongly into the Forevermark consumer proposition. And I guess the third fundamental reason is that we recognize that all of this is really academic if we can't powerfully communicate it and get that message across to consumers. A new De Beers campaign for the second half of 2021 is now in test and will be ready to engage consumers, drive desire for diamond jewelry for De Beers Forevermark when we get to the second half of this year. The emotional meaning that they hold for consumers, the positive impact that they have in the world, and the exceptional beauty of the diamonds that are selected for our jewelry houses. A brand to make consumers proud and excited to experience. For De Beers Forevermark, really a campaign to take us on the next stage of our journey. Thanks so much for being part of the De Beers family and partners with us on this incredible journey we're taking together to create and to sustain what we all at De Beers believe is the most exciting, most meaningful, and most unique brand in the diamond industry today and tomorrow. Stay well, stay safe, and stay optimistic about the opportunities the future presents to us.
Let's give a big round of applause to Stephen. I think it's important how he's articulated the fact of De Beers getting extended to the wider industry, and that's been very important in shaping this new reality. Ms. Nancy Liu is the Chief Executive Officer of Forevermark. She's been having the large experience on the global sort of luxury business for over 25 years, and she's also joining us straight from Shanghai. It gives me a great pleasure to invite Nancy on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and great pleasure to speak to you today at our 10th annual Forevermark Forum here in India. On behalf of De Beers Forevermark team, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for joining us today. De Beers Forevermark has come an incredible long way in such a short space of time, and our future continues to look even more exciting. We've taken several bold steps in recent years, and the positive consumer response to these shows us that there's a real resonance with our approach. 2021 has already proven to be an exciting and transformative year for De Beers and its jewelry houses as we announce the next step of our exciting brand evolution, bringing De Beers and Forevermark more closely together to directly benefit Forevermark and our Forevermark partners. The De Beers name is iconic in the diamond industry. As the world's leading diamond company since 1888, De Beers has a unique position in the world of diamonds. In the past 130 years, we've discovered, touched, and selected more diamonds than anyone else, while boldly forging new frontiers through cutting-edge technology, scientific precision, and finely honed artistry. A pioneer right from the start, De Beers has always pushed the boundaries of natural diamond industry, continuously striving for new and innovative ways to lead. Connecting Forevermark more closely with De Beers through its new name allows us to directly benefit from the association and all that De Beers stands for, especially our strong social purpose and our recognition and leadership as the world's leading authority on diamonds. Today, millennials and Gen Z make up more than 60% of women's diamond jewelry demand across our top 4 markets in India, the US, China, and Japan. As they come into financial maturity, this number will only grow. Our mindset and expectations have changed, with greater focus placed on issues such as climate change, sustainability, and the protection of endangered habitats and species. Their values are expressed through the purchase they make, and they expect that when they make a purchase, that the brand not only reflect the same values that they do, but that the purchase is fostered on trust. These challenges have opened a space for jewelry brands to address these important topics. At De Beers, we have been doing a lot of work in this space for quite some time now, recognizing early on that our approach to establishing a more sustainable industry for all involved is what will make our business stronger in the long run. Last year, we announced the development of our Building Forever 2030 goals, a bold roadmap that guides our commitment to ensuring that every diamond De Beers discovers creates a lasting positive impact for the people and places where it is found. The 12 goals are part of De Beers Building Forever framework, a sustainability approach embedded in the business's commercial strategy and focused on maximizing the positive impacts of diamonds in the journey from discovery to retail. Building Forever sits at the heart of everything that we do. It is our guide to a better future, one that is fairer, safer, cleaner, and healthier, where safety, human rights, and ethical integrity continue to be paramount, where communities thrive, and where the environment is protected. It is also there to inspire our industry towards a better future. De Beers Forevermark shares this purpose. Every day, we see firsthand how precious our natural diamonds are, not only for the people who wear them, but for all those they touch along their way. It is what provides the inspiration, intention, and motivation for why we exist, and one of the many reasons why our customers can be proud in the knowledge that their De Beers Forevermark diamond is not only beautiful and rare, but importantly, that it is natural and has been responsibly sourced. Yet we need to find new ways to connect consumers directly to our purpose and to transform our business to reflect this through our value chain, brand and jewelry house marketing investment, as well as technological innovation. And India is integral to this growth strategy. India currently accounts for 7% of the global diamond jewelry retail market and is slated to become the 3rd largest diamond consuming country in the near future. The millennial generation remains the key consumers of diamonds, showing more interest than previous generations. They comprise more than 220 million potential diamond consumers in the 4 main diamond markets around the world: the US, China, India, and Japan. India represents the largest opportunity to unlock this potential. Therefore, it is more important than ever to understand the Indian millennials' evolving priorities and aspirations. With the rise of social media and e-commerce over the last decade, the almost instantaneous nature of digital world has disrupted the marketing status quo, forcing the way brands connect with consumers to alter in tandem. Today, consumers have a wealth of channels available at their fingertips. With this new plethora of channels, we need to keep our finger on the pulse to ensure high-end experience is felt across each touch point through an engaging, omni-channel consumer proposition to drive fame and desire for De Beers Forevermark. We recently connected De Beers Forevermark and De Beers Jewelers more closely online. Positioning the houses side by side in this way presents consumers with the two offers from the De Beers brands and allows them to toggle from one jewelry house to another. We also recently launched our e-commerce store in India, together with our live chat services providing consumers with clienteling services online. Yet we continue to recognize the importance of De Beers Forevermark being physically available in India. Therefore, we are expanding our strategic presence and retail footprint through exclusive De Beers Forevermark boutique stores in locations with high visibility amongst our younger consumers to help build and drive awareness. By the end of 2022, we will have over 30 De Beers Forevermark boutique stores here in India. While the diamond jewelry business has predominantly been focused on bridal, we know that more and more consumers are buying for themselves, and the jewelry pieces they're looking for are distinctive in design. We aim to continuously build globally recognizable and iconic collections and assets that not only create fame but drive desire, demand, excitement, and ultimately sales for De Beers Forevermark. Earlier this year, we launched the Forevermark Icon Collection, and we are preparing for our upcoming Forevermark Avanti collection and campaign launch in India. The collection has been created for the consumer who is looking for a special piece of jewelry for themselves. We started with the idea that every great wave starts small, gaining momentum and speeds as it grows into something powerful. Each piece in the collection sweeps around like a ripple, symbolizing the start of something new. The collection's unique contours follows the De Beers Forevermark diamond as each design curves into a clean, circular form. Yet there is still more to come later this year, when we will unveil our new consolidated marketing campaign in support of One De Beers to build fame, love, and desire for our brand and jewelry houses. As part of the De Beers family, we are excited to continue to partner with you on this journey. Together, we will create and sustain what we all at De Beers believe is the most exciting, meaningful, and unique brand in the diamond industry today and tomorrow. We join together as partners behind De Beers Forevermark in a mission to bring real joy to our consumers. Joy driven by their pride in owning not only a true miracle of nature, but also one of the most beautiful the world has to offer that has been responsibly sourced. Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy, for those insights. And I think the important thing being that while we have the precursor now, let's now deep dive as to what is the action plan. How do we unveil this opportunity and the possibility of the $75 billion that we are talking about? Now, to begin with, if you see, you've seen a lot of this pyramid displayed outside. What does it really mean? Just to define, at the top end, you see De Beers Jewelers, which is a solution for the ultra-high-end consumer that we can participate. At the middle, which is premium, is the De Beers Forevermark. All of you have been working with us on creating this as reality on your floor. These are the most beautiful diamonds and come with all the promises of De Beers. The Code of Origin is a new project which gives the guarantee for every single diamond that we mine and gives the guarantee that they're sourced with purpose and stand behind every value of De Beers. And all of this is underpinned by the Institute of Diamonds, where we take ultra care and ultra highest standards of scrutiny and selectivity on how every diamond comes through to you. And with this as a precursor, let's deep dive into what's happening in Forevermark. Over the last few years, we've all built together to work on Forevermark, and the three pillars on which Forevermark stands. The diamonds are beautiful, they're rare, they're responsibly sourced. It's an ultimate proof of the guarantee of the entire journey of the diamond. And today, you've all heard from Stephen and from Nancy how the leverage that we're giving to De Beers' name onto Forevermark, what that will mean to consumers. I'd like to show you a short film that brings in the essence of this whole new world where Forevermark becomes De Beers Forevermark. Can I please have the film? and gentlemen, this is the most important step that we've taken as Forevermark. I've been working with you on your flows over the last 9 or 10 years, and we know the difficulty we had to get people to recognize what Forevermark is. Today, the legacy of De Beers is in your hands, and you can take the entire power of this organization onto your floors. We all are very excited about it. Moving further, our next project that we talked about is the Code of Origin. Now, as De Beers, in the 133 years of our journey, we've taken steps every 10 or 20 years that recraft the next 10 and 20. Today, we think 2021 is yet such year. As we said that every single diamond that we mine from the De Beers group will come with the guarantee that they're natural and they've been mined with the entire social purpose on De Beers. In India, we've launched Code of Origin with a jewelry certification of 8 points and below. This is a very new program, yet to pick up steam. We have 8 of our manufacturing partners who have displayed the product on floor. I think this is about totally recrafting the back end and really looking at the future where consumers are going to demand all of these things and really making the industry ready for it. If you look at this diagram, the large circle is the entire 30 to 35 million carats of production that we do at De Beers. The Code of Origin will be about 85% of that entire production. Of course, Forevermark and DBJ are the selectivity based on the quality, but the entire promise that these diamonds have done something good in the journey, these diamonds are natural, and these are De Beers diamonds. So that's the essence of Code of Origin. The project is on display at the floor, and the retail team and all of us will be very happy to engage with you to make this alive at your floors. The first jewelries that we sold of Code of Origin in India was at Om Jewelers in Bombay. The second, when we started south, we sold one at Pratap store, at Abharan. So very proud start that we've seen, and very, very hopeful that this is really the answer of the future consumer. The consumer who wants distinction, who wants discernment, and wants brands. And at the heart of Code of Origin sits collaboration. So please make the most. I'd like to show you a video that gives you the essence of what Code of Origin program really is. So ladies and gentlemen, please make the most of this initiative. Again, we know that in India, almost 72% of the value of diamonds that sell are from 8 points and below. So this really addresses that need of the consumer and really that addresses that futuristic requirement of the market. Moving further, when you deep dive into really, the whole opportunity we talked about, the $75 billion, let me just unravel this a little bit. Today, the market size is about $5.5 billion. The potential of India to grow the natural diamond business is about $17 billion. The key is what happens from now to then. And that's that opportunity that we talk of, the 5 lakh crore. And I would urge everybody sitting in this room takes this as cognizance to take it seriously, because it requires focus. It just does not require that it comes without risk. You could be a passerby, see this wipe away in front of your eyes by your competitors, but the chance is now. The time is now that we really look at this opportunity in seriousness. And I want to, as I mentioned earlier, I want to be very clear. This is the potential growth of diamond jewelry that are natural, diamonds that matter, their whole value. There's a growing narrative that I hear around the lab-grown diamonds. And it's important to really talk about it, because lab-grown diamonds is certainly a business to cultivate and to grow, but we need to understand what business you're in. If you're in the business of precious things that hold value, hold meaning, eternal, your consumers who've come to you from, many, many years and many, many decades ago and come and respect you in that manner, please take the call in a bit of seriousness, as that will impact or derail this opportunity for you as an organization. As De Beers, we believe that this opportunity is for real. Collaboration is at the heart of it. We are going all out in all levels of where the consumption lies. And over the next few weeks, we'll be sharing with you a paper as to how this gets unraveled. So what level of consumer, the high end, the middle end, the low, what level of, what level of carriage, what pricing, all details are underway on this paper, which will become almost a starting point of this 2021 to 2030 as a journey. Go back to China. China was not such a large market just 20 years ago. Today, it accounts to about 19% of the global diamond business. It's the second largest market. But it's happened by people who took initiatives in that market. We, my friends, are ready. The opportunity lies in everybody sitting here. But we have to really take it and focus and make it a real one. And moving further, if you really look at, we say about this phase of 2021, if you see what's happened in India from our results, all the long-term planning last year, 5-year plans, 10-year plans that we had, all went for a toss when COVID has hit us. We all had plans as to what we will get by the 31st December 2020, and we really couldn't stand by all of it. This is what our plan now is. We're very confident this is in our pocket. This is something that we get to happen. About 65,000 carats of diamonds getting into to the consumers from De Beers Forevermark in 2021 is the target. We are looking at 16 exclusive stores, and I'll talk about more on the exclusive store area that we've been able to work and how we're developing that. But this is a real opportunity. This is the starting point for us, and we've crafted year-by-year plan as to how and what size that we're going to get, and with collaboration at the heart of it. And moving further, the physicality of our business is extremely important. Consumers come and touch and feel. We know digitization is important, but consumers still walk into your physical stores and look at the product, look at how that impacts them. Now, at times I get into conversations where we talk that the competition is with the next door jeweler. My friends, the competition is with retail, not so much so with the next door jeweler. The fact about storytelling, the fact about lighting, music, all these elements that matter to today's millennial consumer are important. For us at De Beers Forevermark, we are very proud that today we have 150 shop-in-shops, all thanks to all you partners who've given us the most precious space that you have on retail. And we've constructed these areas where a distinctive brand is witnessed by the consumer. We have on display, if you go at the back, a new look of our brand corners. This is transforming. On business, we've seen that the stock turns in our shop-in-shops is 2.2 to 2.5, which is perhaps the highest in the industry. But it's time to take again cognizance. The point is to go all in or not at all, meaning that if you have the brand, and it's not about Forevermark, but any brand, have that right representation that a consumer sees your collaborative effort and what it means to them. Just don't have it for the heck of it. If you have something, let's go all out. And I think from a De Beers Forevermark perspective, we've seen wherever we've had the brand present well, the consumers relate to that collaborations well, and we've seen the responses very strongly. And the other aspect of the learning, if we move forward, is our exclusive store. You heard Nancy talk that we intend to be in 30 exclusive stores by end of next year. This is a journey that was very foreign to us. A few years back, we started it. I wouldn't say that day one we got success. We learned, and we took different steps. Today, we have 13 operative stores across India. We intend to be in 16 stores by end of this year. I would like to acknowledge a big credit to Photofino, our partners from North. They gave us a lot of confidence around what this project really could mean. And really, as I always believe, that it's about partnership and what we learn from partners. The confidence that this organization gave us to develop this whole area has been unanimous. And we are the ones who are benefiting. So, to your family, I would say that you're helping benefit all of us. That network you've created. And moreover, we see more and more of this opportunity coming alive. More sharper retail spaces. We're opening one in Bombay, which is going to be open just before Diwali. But important thing is that this solution addresses a new age consumer. Heart of it is collaboration. I'm certain Amit and the entire retail team will be willing to work with you as to what this unveils into the future. Now, moving further, all of the great things we talk about in our fancy boardrooms, great consultants, great Excel sheets and charts, all of this boils down to the point when a consumer walks into the store and he interacts with our sales ambassador. For us, training the sales ambassadors and working with your teams has been of paramount importance. Digitization over the last 18 months has given us a chance to actually go through much more people that we could in the past. The last 18 months, we've touched 53,000 sessions. I mean, that's a huge session, and hopefully that gets converted into real stories of what diamonds do to the consumer. And I would like to take this opportunity of this platform to recognize some of our best sales ambassadors who exist in India. And I'm sure all of them are watching us virtually. So please join me to acknowledge them. These are people who made us proud. They've not sold diamond jewelry just at a price tag and a discount. They've been able to sell it with the real story of what diamonds are and what they mean. So I request Lena, who's actually the teacher who teaches us and teaches all our sales staff, around who these people are. And, over to you, Lena, if you'd like to sort of share the names. And I request you all to please give a big round of applause to acknowledge their great contribution. These are the best sales ambassadors for the entire year. Lena, over to you.
Thank you so much, Sachin. And hi, everybody. I'm really, really happy to see you all. So our aim is actually to equip the sales staff in only 2 areas, okay? The first being sales, to increase our business, and the second being that our customers should have a memorable experience in our store. We want them back, we want new people. Okay, so having said that, I want to say that I've had many students across, okay, all the retail stores have students, okay, that stuff. And now I would like to tell you that everybody is good, okay, but some of them do it differently. So today we want to acknowledge those people who have been doing it differently. And let me tell you what is different. It is they are practicing what they are taught. And that little thing makes all the difference. So let me have them on the screen now as I announce their names. So could we have them, please, on the screen?
Let's give a big round of applause
okay.
for them.
Yeah, let's clap for them. Haresh Gowda, Naveen Kumar S., Raju Parmasevam, Pradeep Luthra, Sumit Rathod, Abhishek Anand, Anubhav Singh, Shubham Terry, Deepak P.S., Shashikala, Bhagwati Prasad, Mohammad Sharif, Rahul TV, Mehul Joshi, Neeraj Shukla, Venkatesh, Srinivas Rao, Saran, Macha Chandu, Mustaq, Disha Jojabya, Hussain Mulani, Ajay Kumar, Mayuri Thakkar, Ranjita Das, Soman Datta, Shubrata Adak, Naveen Grover, and Monica Rawat. Can you please clap for all your sales ambassadors and them? Thank you so much. Louder, please. Yeah, come on, some energy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sachin.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you. And I'm sure while they're watching us digitally, we are proud of all of you. So, and more of you need to come into this list into the future. Now, moving further, we've launched, there was a reference of launching of the jewelry certification, and this is only being created with the feedback received from all of you as our key retailers. If you go back in time, this is a sort of broken offering that we had. We had the inscription card of Forevermark that gave the connection with the diamond and the inscription number. We had the grading certificate of the Forevermark diamond, but eventually, at certain geographies in India, there is an acceptance of a jewelry certificate on floor. Now, that came in of a third party, and then suddenly a consumer would say, now, what does this mean? I'm buying a Forevermark or a De Beers, I'm buying it at a retailer, but there's a third party as well. So, with your feedback, we're introducing the jewelry certification. This comes with every jewelry piece of Forevermark now. It acknowledges the color, the clarity, the cut, and the details of the diamond, and 100% sort of offer to the consumer. While you go around looking at the great work that our partners have done, please look at and pick up the jewelry certificates that now are available for all the consumer offer at your floors. And this all, again, as I said, is underpinned by Institute of Diamonds, which is the highest level of standards of security and scrutiny. So something that we will bring in consistently, and we urge that should be a part of every Forevermark jewelry offer. Now, I have 2 questions to ask you, and really to mull over. What's common between a Rolex Submariner, a Burberry trench coat, a Cartier Panther bracelet, or Ray-Ban Aviator sunglasses, or perhaps a Johnny Walker whiskey? And what's common between a customer who's shopping in a Khan market in Delhi, or who's shopping at Coimbatore, or Kolhapur, or Warangal? And the answer, my friends, is they're looking at brands, but they're also looking at iconic products. Nancy touched upon our introduction about the new iconic product, Avanti. The Forevermark Avanti collection embodies the spirit of possibility, inspiring trailblazers to realize the power and make a lasting everyday statement. This collection is a reminder of remarkable things to happen and follow in the life's first leaps. At the heart of this is a rare, responsibly sourced Forevermark diamond, and it's circled by yellow, white, and rose golds, always seeming in motion. And if you remember, in 2019, we had shared a research And I asked you a question as to who do you think is the fastest growing economy? And the answer was the women economy. And the power that women have and the self-purchase that gets instilled. We worked a lot with our design team in Milan and also with the research analysts to come out with this product called Avanti, which really instills the whole action of a global consumer who's willing and buying for self-purchase. Now, this is a global product available now in New York, in Shanghai, in Europe, in Delhi, and every city in India. And all our partners have done a great amount of work to put this in reality. Can I please have the video for the Avanti collection, please?
Introducing the Forevermark Avanti collection. The future can unfold from a single ripple. A moment can start a movement, carrying you further than you ever imagined. Embrace the power of possibility. One ripple can start a wave. Avanti. Forevermark. A diamond is forever.
And while I noticed the initial orders that all of you have placed from July onwards, they're very strong. But if you haven't, please look at the product with the participating manufacturers who are doing Avanti. The second collection that we have is the Icon, inspired by eternal radiance and the guiding force of the stars of the South African sky. This collection highlights the Icon motif with 4 outer points and a sparkling De Beers Forevermark diamond in the center. This collection is something that we launched in December 2020. We got some phenomenal response, something that's doing very well on the floors. And now we have added some line extensions on the areas and the price points that we took feedback from you that will be available. And again, this is backed by a campaign and some new line extensions. Can I quickly show you the new line extensions of the Icon collection? So this is available, something that we've seen success already, and please take it forward with the new extensions. Now, we talk about trends and who are the trendsetters. And I think everybody involved in the business of gems and jewelry has to take the responsibility to be a trendsetter. When a consumer walks into your store, his question often is, what's new? What's trending? What's that I should buy? When retailers at times walk into manufacturers, that's the same question as to what's new. So I think it's important to be on top of what the trends are. And there's difference between being trendy and understanding what trends are, right? So over the last almost 8 years, we've been working with a Milan Design Innovation Institution where they give perspective to what trends are. And they take into cognizance the global trends, the color palettes, the motives, the designs, what level of jewelry and all of that. And this is directional in nature. This is not prescriptive. So we, over the last few years, have been working. And I can tell you that in 2019, 2020, almost 30% of our top lines came from the trend collections. And for 2021, we've introduced the trend collection with our manufacturers in January. And while you go on, there's been some great work done by our manufacturer partners to give life to these trends, to real products, to what it might mean on price points that you work with. And for me, when I look at these trends, it really is a sensibility of saying that while you have your wider collections, but trend collections offer a small percentage which gets you aligned with what's happening in the global fashion. The 4 trends that we have introducing this year are Diamond Rain, Twist and Shine. My most favorite is the World Tribe, and Hear Me. And I'd like to show you a video which showcases these trends, but importantly, you can customize this to your consumer offer. Can I please have the trends video? And when you sort of submerge on these trends, these are a lot of socioeconomic trends, but as trendsetters, it's important to be on top of it. So when you go around, please look and take cognizance of this. Now moving further, you all know that how important is a bangle in our trousseau. Over the years, bangles, which we called as a campaign as Circle of Trust, have been an important offer to our consumer. The beauty about this is that every single of these diamonds, perhaps 80, 100, whatever they are, gives the assurance to the consumer that they're beautiful, they're rare, and they're responsibly sourced, and every single diamond in this bangle comes with an inscription. We've been building this up. Now, last year we ran our consumer research as to how the buying cycle really happens. And we realized that the buying cycle ranges from anywhere from 6 weeks to almost 9 months. So consumer could go from one store to the other to make up their mind whether they should or shouldn't buy a bangle. For that, as a strategic move, what we're doing is a campaign now for Circle of Trust will be always on. It's a 12-month campaign that already begins now on digital, heavily digitized, and gives that solution for a long-term period. So while I know about 75% of our doors already have bangles, I would urge when you look around and meet all our manufacturing partners, please look at how you can increase the collection of your bangles. And lastly, touching upon the master brand campaign again, you've heard so much about what it's going to do. But again, it's about bringing the legacy of De Beers. Go back in time in although almost 2099 to 2003, 4, that's when the market really opened up for the diamond business over here. And the main purpose of this campaign is to connect the modern consumer with diamonds. For so many years we've been saying that the importance of diamonds perhaps is slipping down. Whether travel is taking over, technology is taking over, that's life. But have we done enough to recraft the meaningfulness of diamonds to today's consumer? And the core attempt of this campaign really is to bring that alive. This goes alive from November globally in the 3 top markets, US, India, and China. And I'm certain you all will get the benefit. But again, moving further, if all of this are good contents, the key is how do we execute them? So our campaign really, we've built up with a lot of agencies, and you see our campaign including master brand campaign, including Avanti, including Icon, communication around code of origin, all these at a 360-degree campaign touching all touch points. It's a very thought-through campaign, and in terms of investment, it's going to be our biggest campaign yet in India. And I think it's a starting point from 2021 that these investments will be made in the market with a clear belief of the growth. I am most certain consumers will get inclined to buy diamonds. I'm most certain that on your floor with the representation of De Beers, you will get the benefit. But again, it's that time which is very important and crucial where we're making all these decisions. But a very thought-through campaign, and I think by next month you'll get a detail from us from entire detail around where all this campaign is going to be alive. I did touch upon the partnership that we've done with National Geographic, something that's really cool, really fun. We've never been able to sort of talk about something as National Geographic on the floors. As I said, we're launching it tomorrow, so details coming through to you just tomorrow on all your WhatsApp and links. It is how you can use this name and this collaboration on all your floors. So please watch out till tomorrow on this area. And I also want to use this platform to take an opportunity to thank our manufacturing partners. They all have been pillars of strength for us. Over the last 10 years, we've worked with them. Not every time was a great time. We had headwinds, we had tailwinds. At times, we believed or disbelieved in ideas, but we've got constant support from all of you. So big thanks from De Beers to every one of us who stood by us and created these beautiful collections. And I can tell you, when you go through these booths and you see the hard work that's been done to create these collections together, again, to bring alive the reality on your floors, I mean, it's something commendable. So big thanks to all our manufacturer partners. At the back of the show, you'll see the De Beers Forevermark zone. A lot of innovation has gone into creating that. A lot of ideations which will be real for the floor. So once you're done with the session, please spend time and understand what these new innovations are. I'd like to just touch upon a few of them. So the code of origin that we're talking about is real, is over there. You can talk to our team. We'll give you the input as to how you can participate in the code of origin program. There are 2 pop-up installations. At times, we need solutions as to how we can have a co-branded pop-up in an area of retail which is not ours. So the solution is ready. Please engage with the team. We have a ring fee booth, not a selfie booth, a ring fee booth that we're ready to put in all our stores. Something cool, something fun, something for the millennial consumer. Please look at that. we're also launching a new viewer. And I know not everybody, all of us are experts. I know there are a lot of teams that are experts in putting finding the inscription right in 5 seconds to 7 seconds. But the viewer that you see will come to all our floors. It's a digital viewer. It just eases the way you can look at diamonds. Over the years, we've been seeing that finding inscription on a bangle or complicated pieces is kind of tricky. This is a 100% solution for that problem. We're also launching a virtual gift tag. Very cool how when somebody gifts a Forevermark jewelry to a loved one, how they can send a message digitally by that piece. It's very cool. Please have a look. And besides that, there are a variety of things. So please engage there, because all these ideas can become reality on your floors. Moving on, knowledge is a very important area for us. Right from our first forum in 2012, we've looked at the knowledge series and speakers who bring us to a journey and their learnings which are not normally from the diamond business, but are common learnings for us to build businesses. We are very happy to share with you that we have 2 eminent speakers tomorrow. The first is Commander Abhilash Tomi, who's a former Indian naval officer and the sailor of the first Indian to perform the successful solo trip, non-stop circumnavigation of the globe under sail. Commander Tomi is a recipient of the Kirti Chakra and for valor in the military. But his story is very intense of how, what resilience means, what comeback means. And I'm sure a lot of his learnings we can apply in our businesses. He's coming in tomorrow physically, so it's not digital, but he's going to be here and talking to all of us. The second speaker is Dr. Luke Julia, and he's an authority in the world on artificial intelligence. He's the guy who's created Siri. So all Apple phones, when you talk to the Apple phones, he's the guy behind them. And ironically, he's written a bestseller book which says there is nothing called artificial intelligence, which is ironic, but we're very keen to pick from him as to when this artificial intelligence is either just a buzzword or how this gets close to our own businesses. So both these sessions coming in for all of us tomorrow. And now moving really into the conclusion, I want to talk about the team behind, which is the De Beers team. If you look at everybody on the screen right now, we think that we are extension of your team. Collectively, we have over 400 years of experience. We have worked in over 100 companies. We talk 20 languages. We work in over 4 continents. And with the single most important purpose, to make life brilliant and grow your business. So do challenge us. Do work with us. Do collaborate. We're here as an extension of your team. And if you reflect back the last 15 to 18 months, how our industry and your retail has come out of this pandemic impact, it's something to stall and say, great. If we could do it at a time when things were stalled, look outside of our industry, not everybody is able to pick up. Now, look at the time when things will be conducive, when the market will be great, when everything will be going strong, the heights that we can achieve. So also, for everybody in this room and people who are watching us digitally, I think let's celebrate this moment. It's a momentous moment for us of where we've come to. And my friends, the $75 billion opportunity is real. And I hope and wish that people in this room, people watching us virtually, can really harness this opportunity. It's once in a lifetime to create your own histories. So my friends, make life brilliant. Make your families brilliant. Make your teams brilliant. Make your brands brilliant. Make your companies really brilliant. For us, if you make these tomorrows great, we all will be in this space good. So for us, from all of us at De Beers, I wish you all great happiness and joy, and wish you a great season, one of the best seasons in 2021. So go out, guys, and let's make it happen. Thank you. And before we really end, that's how it is. So all that you heard in the last, almost 80 minutes, we'll wrap it up in the next 97 seconds. So my friends, please don't blink.
Thank you for that thoroughly inspiring presentation, Sachin. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a large round of applause. Every year, we endeavor to make the forum more meaningful, and I'm certain that you will return with tangible ideas which will expand your knowledge and reflect back into your businesses. It is the time to grasp change, embrace these opportunities, and go beyond the boundaries. Together, let's make life brilliant. A kind reminder to keep your masks on at all times and actively use the sanitizer stations. Do visit all our partner booths to view the fabulous array of jewelry and view our innovations and offerings at our Beers Forevermark zone. The floor is now open for business. Stay safe and have a great day. Thank you.